2.5 months after I left home, I arrived in the land of my dreams, India. It is difficult to express in words how exotic this country is, because India is everything and the opposite of everything. India is a land of extremes. From the hot canals of Kerala to the frozen peaks of the Himalayas. From extreme poverty to fabulous wealth. From ascetic saints to hedonistic lust. India is simply everything. Nevertheless, despite the fact that one of the world's most ancient civilizations arose on the subcontinent, modern India is a relatively young country. Before the country was founded in 1947, only foreign conquerors and colonizers organized the entire subcontinent into a unit. I have heard from many who have been here that it is impossible to be neutral towards India. This is because India also creates extreme feelings in people. Some people hate it from the first minute. And some people fall in love with it for life. As for me, I enjoy my stay here from the first moment. This is also one of those moments when the atmosphere of the place captivates the visitor. India is also the land of spirituality and sacredness. It is the birthplace of two of the 5 world religions, the Hinduism and the Buddhism. These 2 religions have many schools, sects, lamas and gurus. However, this place is not famous for these religions. Amritsar is the holy city of Sikhism. Amritsar was founded in 1577 by Ram Das, the 4th Guru of the Sikhs. Amritsar is the beating heart of the Sikh religion ever since. The original site for the city was granted by Mughal Emperor Akbar, but another Mughal, Ahmad Shah Durrani, sacked Amritsar in 1761 and destroyed the temple. It was rebuilt in 1764 and in 1802 was roofed with gilded copper plates by Maharaja Ranjit Singh and become known as the Golden Temple. It is an exceptionally beautiful and serene place, in contrast to the bustling and grimy alleys of the surrounding old city. I decided that today I would only look at the building complex from the outside. I'm going to plunge into the atmosphere tonight what the old city offers. I'm rediscovering this place where I haven't been in 15 years. Tomorrow, however, I dedicate entirely to the Golden Temple. Visiting the building complex is free and unlimited for everyone. But since it is a sacred place, there are some strict rules that you should consider before visiting. Even in this area, smoking is considered sacrilegious and isn't tolerated. The same rules apply to alcohol consumption. You're allowed only enter the building complex with your head covered and bare feet. You must not bring shoes or even socks in there, not even in a bag. After carefully placing the socks in shoes, you can drop them off at a so-called shoe bank designated for this purpose. The deposit is evidenced by a numbered metal ticket, which must be kept carefully during the entire stay. There is no charge for this service. Any antisocial behavior will result in immediate expulsion. Otherwise, this place is very relaxing and stress-free. And this cannot be experienced in many places in the man-made environment, especially in a city with such a large population. As I get older, I am able to appreciate this calmness more and more. I eat my lunch in a traditional dhaba. North Indian food is very spicy but mostly vegetarian. In this dhaba, meat is not served at all. I try one of the local specialties, the kulcha. Kulcha is a Persian term for a disc-shaped loaf of leavened bread. In India, this term is commonly used for regular English bread. The truth is, however, that nothing fully prepares you for India. Even the most experienced travelers find their sanity frayed at some point. Yet this is all part of what makes India a very unique travel destination. The number of visitors to the Golden Temple increases in the late afternoon, but decreases again after sunset. It is hard to imagine that this other unworldly dimension that awaits visitors behind the gates was not always an oasis of peace and tranquility. During unrest in Punjab in the early 1980s, the Golden Temple was occupied by extremists intent on creating an independent Sikh homeland, by violence if necessary. Since no country tolerates threats to its territorial integration, violence was the answer to violence. On the orders of then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, they were finally evicted by the army in 1984 in a controversial military action that resulted in hundreds of Sikh deaths and widespread damage to the temple. Later that year, Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her Sikh bodyguards. The destruction caused by army tanks had been completely repaired, and the temple is again a spiritual oasis of peace and prayer. Who is considered as a freedom fighter and who is as a terrorist is often decided by the success of territorial secession. Someone can be a celebrated hero in one country or regime while being a notorious criminal in another. Either way, today promises to be a nice day to visit the temple. I will be also talking about the essence of why this temple exists. The Sikhism. But before I even enter the giant square surrounding the temple, fighting my way through the morning rush, I take a morning look at the already well-known site. The peculiarity of sacred places is that they show a different face at every time of the day. In the morning, the existing contrast between the square in front of the building complex and the bustle of the city is even greater. As busy as the city is, the square is so peaceful. But of course not in front of the gate. This place is equally busy every time. However, before I enter the square around the temple and the lake, I have to get rid of my shoes for the reasons already mentioned. The line around the shoe bank is now longer. Here we go. We are about to enter. Those who have stuck with me until now will not be left without a reward. It is also a sight for which there are no words to express. The place is open 24/7. You can even sleep on the marble, but only until 5 in the morning, when it is washed with the water of the lake. I can never get bored with the atmosphere of the place. I could walk around as long as I could stand walking. And now a few words about the religion that the place hosts. Sikhism, also known as Sikhi, is an Indian religion and is a philosophy that originated in the Punjab region of the Indian subcontinent around the end of the 15th century CE. Sikhism advocates equality, social justice, service to humanity, and tolerance for other religions. Sikhism, founded in Punjab by Guru Nanak in the 15th century, began as a reaction against the caste system and Brahmin domination of ritual. Sikhs believe in one God, and although they reject the worship of idols, some keep pictures of the 10 Gurus as a point of focus. The Sikhs' holy text, the Guru Granth Sahib, contains the teachings of the 10 Sikh Gurus, among others. Like Hindus and Buddhists, Sikhs believe in rebirth and karma. In Sikhism in turn, there's no ascetic and monastic tradition ending the eternal cycles of rebirth. Fundamental to Sikhs is the concept of Khalsa, or belief in a chosen race of soldier saints, who abide by strict codes of moral conduct, such as abstaining from alcohol, tobacco and narcotic, and engage in a crusade for Dharmayada, in other words, righteousness. There are 5 kakas, emblems denoting the Khalsa brotherhood, Kesh, the unshaven beard and uncut hair symbolizing saintliness, Kanga, comb to maintain the ritually uncut hair, Kaka, loose underwear symbolizing modesty, Kirpan, saber or sword symbolizing power and dignity, and Kara, steel bangle symbolizing fearlessness. Singh, literally lion, is the name adopted by many Sikhs. The essential message of Sikhism is spiritual devotion and reverence of God at all times, while practicing the ideals of honesty, compassion, humility and generosity in everyday life. Both Islam and Sikhism believe in the concept of one God, where God in Islam, generally known as Allah, and in Sikhism Waheguru. Regarding the monotheistic idea, sometimes it is considered that Islam has a great and strong influence on Sikhism. Sikhism and the Guru Granth Sahib Ji welcomes all types of people to be on straight path of righteousness, to follow the path of Waheguru Ji and forgiveness of all sins. However, vegetarian Sikhs do consume dairy products. Sikhs who are not vegetarian may choose to abstain from eating pork or beef. On the other hand, all Sikhs are prohibited from eating any meat that has been ritually slaughtered, including halal or kosher meat. Meanwhile, we arrived at the entrance to the bridge leading to the Golden Temple. Don't have any illusions about easy entry. In 2007, I got in a quarter of an hour, but it was at 2 in the morning. Even an hour wouldn't be enough now for it. The lake or pond is artificial, which is rather a man-made pool. It takes me approximately an hour to circle the lake clockwise or counterclockwise. I rather walk circle again than standing in the line for an hour in best case scenario. After making one more circle around the lake, the evening arrived and the atmosphere of the place also changed with it. In a nutshell, it is more than preeminent spiritual site of Sikhism. It is a transdimensional gateway between our mundane existence and transcendental. Whatever this feeling is, I feel that it is many times beyond what my senses can perceive. And here is another face of the temple, which it shows in complete darkness. This incomparable spiritual experience is coming to an end. In the next part, I will set out for the northern states of India, that is, the Himalayan region. I will visit the state of Himachal Pradesh and then continue to Kashmir. Then I will try to reach Ladakh by land before the passes are closed. If you can, stay with me.